welcome back my loves. So lately I've been showing you all the fun sides of my weeks and days, right? But it's actually not all of that, because sometimes you have to wake up confused like this time. I didn't know where I should be going, whether in university or at work, but it turns out I had to go to work, and I am taking you with me because sometimes there are fun parts also in that. I've already talked about my couple of jobs, and one of them is being a substitute teacher in different schools, and this one is a special one because a couple of days a week the students, so 20 people, are cooking lots of food, those that I'm showing you, and it is very fascinating for me. Because in this case I am not the one teaching, but I am assisting cooks that teaches the students, and I learn as well. Not just how to make a salad, because you don't really need to put so much effort onto it, but other interesting things. And talking about that, I also go to schools that has kids who knows the sign language, and I know so little about this world that it gets me curious every time. I really like coming back here to substitute. After work I usually go to my university lessons, either that or studies room to in fact study, but sometimes at home reading. And talking about books, I have finished the Twisted Love series. I really like those books. All of them have their own stories connected by their friendship, so that is very cute, and it's a smooth reading. I do recommend it if you like spicy stories. On to the next activity. Most of the time I do cook dinner, but sometimes I have online lessons at night or I don't feel like it, so we have to order online, and this time we ordered McDonald's. I try seriously my best to avoid unhealthy junk food, but sometimes it is my greatest weakness, nuggets and then toast. But also I air fried some mozzarella sticks, because why not, and I am huge fan of mayonnaise. And what about you? Are you team ketchup or mayonnaise? Please don't disappoint me. Joking, everyone has their own taste, right? Some people like to put barbecue sauce, and I tried, it was good, but always came back to mayonnaise. Also, one last thing about this meal is that I am very grateful for my boyfriend, because he was doing his own thing while I was following my lesson, and that is very precious to me. But then the next day we went to our weekly grocery activity. We also went to the Asian supermarket, bought some sauces. This place, it's called Super City, and it's located in Via Corsica Brescia Street, and it has many colorful things like sauces, noodles, chips, or desserts like this ube bread that we didn't get, but got the bunnies that are my favorite, also dumplings of course. And at the entrance they have this really cool section of drinks that I really like because of their colors. One of our favorite things to buy are those bao breads that you can fry for a couple of minutes until golden, and then pair it with some condensed milk and matcha latte. These are the combos that we live for. They are perfect for breakfast, desserts, or simple snacks. And as a dessert I prepared my beloved super piadina. Guys, look! I did a perfect super piadina. Not this one, this is a bit toasted, but that's just the way I like it. I look like shit right now. I just realized looking at the video. Well, yeah, I'm not 100% right now. Later on I will have my everything showered, then read a book, sleep, then tomorrow will be another day. And the day began with a wonderful book that I really recommend for those who really likes self-help books. Went back to the work that I've been telling you about in the beginning of this video about cooking classes for students, not really for me, but also for me because I learn something new every day. Unlike on my university lessons that I actually do learn some things very slowly, but most of the time I'm very confused. But that's just student life. Am I right or am I right? Let me know in the comments. After class, I discovered this wonderful initiative of selling old books that sometimes you can find some hidden gems in here and then giving the money to charity cases. I kid you not, I looked at each one of them and they were very interesting options, but I only found one English book, so I only bought that. After that, I went back to the grocery store because sometimes you need to go there more than once a week. I can't wait to go to another country and do groceries over there, especially when it comes to 7-Eleven. After that, we went to the mall called Elnos to do some beauty shopping, went to Sephora and had the monthly appointment with Benefit to do eyebrows, not me, his mother, and bought a couple of products risking bankruptcy. No kidding. But they do be expensive because they're good shit. And before heading to have lunch, we went to Cioccolatini Italiani to have a small coffee break, and they had so many sweets, they were tempting me, especially those brioche. But I was able to resist it because I knew that we were going to have a sushi at Sushi Club, which means all you can eat dishes. And what I mean by dishes is that appetizer were spring rolls, takoyaki, miso soups, and other stuff. It was all good as always, and to burn some calories we went out to do more shopping at the outlet store in Franciacorta Village. I was actually here for those erasable highlighters here at the Legami store that I've been looking for everywhere. They have so many cute stuff. Another cool thing that they have here, it's the Lindt store that always makes me want to go to Zurich and explore their factory, even though I'm not a fan of their chocolate. I'm just curious. After seeing all those sweets, we went to Starbucks to have our snack break, or even better, matcha break. I got a couple of cookies as well. Red velvet one are my favorite. And what about you? What is your usual to-go order here at Starbucks? Let me know in the comments. I would love to try new things. And now get ready for a small advice mixed with some languages. Since I'm already talking about my work as a cultural mediator, I wanted to give a small tip like I did last year, but that was more about divorces. I'm talking about another thing, another advice that I recently gave to my clients because it could be very, very useful. And mind you that I will have to mix up languages because I love to do so, but I'm gonna leave the translation, so do not worry about it. So last year it was regarding divorces. This year is about communication. And first of all, hindi ako galit. I'm not angry. The thing is, I've been observing families ruining themselves for quite some time now, and I've heard both sides, both daughters, sons, and parents. And madalas nalapit sa akin ng mga magulang, seeing how I can properly communicate their feelings and the situation, mediate, and stuff like that, right? Sasabihin nila, ang hirap makipag-communicate sa mga anak ko. And the main reason is because of language barrier, okay? Kasi kids here in Italy only knows Italian and the parents cannot comprehend that, and vice versa with Tagalog. But also because people cannot always express themselves, their feelings, they do not know how, which is another huge problem. Kaso minsan, kahit ang mga pinakasimpleng tanong, hindi nila maisagot. Tulad ng, how was school? How was work? How was your day? How was the trip with your friend? Was it fun? Nada. Which is reasonable. Alam niyo bakit? Dahil tito, tita, kayo mismo hindi po nag-share. Kasi ang mga anak, madalas nasunod lang sila sa kung anong nasa paligid nila, right? So, before asking those questions, why don't you share something about you, about your day at work? Maybe do not complain all the time because that would only bring negative vibes. If you need to do so, then okay. There's gonna be one positive thing. Talk about that. Talk about the fact that it was a sunny day, you enjoyed the vitamin D, I don't know. Just talk, okay? Because people tend to take that for granted, but those are the small things that matters. Because, okay, we're all grown-ups, kind of. We all know how to talk, how to put words together, but we do not know how to do that properly. And so let this be a sign to properly communicate, not only with your kids, I'm just saying that as a mediator, but also with other people, I mean friends, partners, and whatsoever. Good luck. Mixed a little, spoke mainly in English, and that's alright. So, in the meantime, that would be it from my side. I hope you liked this video as much as I did. Can't wait for you to see the next one. Bye bye!